Keep talking. If it ain't simply this, what is it? He wanted to know, and she answered, if it ain't just this, it ain't nothing, and they turned off the light, locked the door, and went downstairs and out of the hotel, and started looking around for a bar that would stay open all night. In the first one, she said, when do you close? The bartender said, what's yours? Then he got mad at her man, because she'd asked politely, and so he shouted, please answer the question. Then he said, how late are you open? Until the law says we gotta close. They went out into the early summer, which was still light even though kids were probably already in bed. The wind stood out against the sails on the Sound, and the last small boats were coming in on the blackening waters. After a while he said, maybe we could just eat and take a long walk or sit somewhere for a while and say things. She didn't answer. The wind had picked up and just might have blown his words into nothing. Why don't we talk? He said. She turned and stared right into his eyes, which were light blue and seemed to be bulging out with tears. He was unshaven and wore a wool cap which he'd removed. I've been here before, he said. As a boy, I wanted to talk about things, but there was no one to talk to. Talk to me, she said. I don't know what to say. I didn't know then. When? She said. When I was a boy. So she explained that being a kid was not knowing what to say, but that now he was a grown man. The lights of the city were coming on. The high ones in the tall buildings repeated themselves in the still waters, now as dark as the night would ever be. He thought about what she'd said and was sure it had been different, that other kids spoke about who they were or walked with each other, and said all the things that jumbled in his head then, and now. He sat down on the curb and pressed his face into his knees. She just stood looking down at the shaven white back of his neck, thin and childish, and she thought, if it ain't this, what is it?